going to take some of this bund out here and we're going to put the log cabin, so project log cabin, which is going to be the office for the motorhomes when they're going out, because at the moment they're over there, some of them. So there's, you won't believe how much stuff like towels and bedding and paperwork and different things. So we need like a little office here, and then we'll also double up for the farm office a bit as well. So we're going to take that tree out, which is just self-seeded anyway, and chop some of the soil back, and then put a bit of concrete base down and put it there. I've done an artist impression, I'll show you it now. This is the artist impression of what it's going to look like. So that's the workshop. That's what's going to be left of the bund, and that's the log cabin office. James is putting a chipper in position for doing some double chipping. Got some in metal jamming this auger, so I'm going to open the boiler door and see if I can see anything inside it. Might be a stone or a piece of steel. The auger in the bottom there just keeps jamming. Something's gone down the tube and we can't back it up or put it forwards. Just have to try and work in each direction until it comes out smooth. Hear it grinding now. I have to put my boiler suit on. I'm gonna have to unbolt the auger, try and slide it out and see what's gone down its tube, because there's something halfway down its tube that's jamming it one way or the other. I think it's probably steel. If it had been stone, it'd have probably crunched it up by now, but it's just literally going half a turn backwards and forwards. Gotta undo them bolts around here now, then pull the whole auger unit out, and hopefully it'll pull out whatever's jamming it inside its tube. That's the plan. It's hot down here though. So I turn the motor on now through this switch, because I've turned it on the control box, and then I'm letting it screw itself back out, and hopefully then I'll be able to get whatever's in the tube out and then push it back in, and it should be fine, hopefully. I found a problem. A piece of metal stuck in the corner there. See on the sort of the top left of the screen where the auger ends, a piece of flat plate sort of up there somewhere. You can't see, can you? That's just there. So I've got to try and wriggle it out and push the auger back in. I've wound the auger back and I've got it. Yeah, that was the problem. Big chunk of steel. Don't know what it's been, but it definitely jammed it up. First side when you look at it next to your boot. Right, put the auger back in now, put it all back together. Fix that ass auger now, but I've just found these bottle bearings on the floor. A bit of bearing casings. I think there's a bearing dropped out of here. Look at that now. Yeah, this bearing here looks like it's fell to bits. I have to take these bolts out, take this sprocket off, and change that bearing while it's turned off. Just test this ash auger now. There we go. It's working nicely now. Stroke of luck for once. I thought with it being Monday this would be a pain to do, but luckily the nuts on the back of this bearing are fixed, so it means I can take this bearing off without having to take all this apart and getting inside to get at the nuts on the back. So that's a stroke of luck for a Monday. Shame the sprocket doesn't want to come off easy. I have to get one of Adam's favourite tool, the Class key wedge, hammer that in there, and that should drive it off the shaft. The inner bit of the bearing seized on that shaft. So I've got my new favourite toy, the induction heater. I'm going to heat it up, see if I can get it off there easily. I put that on, heated it up, and when I was pulling it off, it started to slide, despite me having hammers and chisels behind it before. It just shows you how much heat works, because it's expanded the outside but not the middle. Heated it up, got it off a little bit, and then it sort of jammed again. And then that heater thing, because it was cheap from China, you have to leave it to cool down before you can do it again. The machine, not the bearing. Anyway, I just smacked it with a hammer because there was a massive keyway and it sheared it, so we just pulled it off, put the new one on, get the chain on, turn the boiler back on. Happy days, keep drying. New bearing in the insert now. Hopefully it'll go on a bit easier than the other one came off. Feels like it's too small, to be fair. Oh, it is, that's well too small. Hopefully this one will fit now. The one they give me was 1.5 inches, not 40 mil. So I'll stick this one on, see if it works, and then we're in business. Put my car back on charge. Don't want to be paying for petrol. Sorted. I just started knocking the bearing on and realised I've not put the faceplate on it, the housing. So I can get it on now. If not, I have to knock it off, put it on, and then put it back on again. It's just typical Monday. Because we want some more rain, we sent Sam out mowing hay again. Keep him out of mischief for a bit. It was only a little tree. It's got like a massive pile of branches off it. Like buses, these wagons today for chip. Must be dinner time. They all turn up on farms at dinner times, wagons, because they know they can get loaded here. I've emery cloth this shaft, but it's a dead good fit, but the old bearing, especially now it's got a crack in it, it's making a good punch for knocking on the new one. That's better. Put the guard on now. Big mug shift on. Andrew's not got over the fact he caught a 200-pound fish yesterday and it jumped out of his pond and died. Just cleaning the edge here because there's an electric cable that runs along the back of the concrete, so we're just going to bury it deeper now. Just climbing over the cable there. Sam's back from mowing and we've got some recycled tyres on the tractor because they're green. Smells lovely, fresh cut grass on that mower. Yeah, the tyres are green. Full of sap. And the grill's a bit blocked. And then this little black bracket here snapped, so if you're watching Howard, that bracket snapped. Adam's off to pick a big digger up, so he's taking the new low loader, so we don't get it dirty. The guy that did the hard facing did it a bit too good and we can't get to some of the bolts, so I'm going to grind a little bit off. Just put new holder things in and blades. Get on those. Not go on now. These die grinder thing doesn't even get it off, it's dead hard, isn't it? Yeah. Big digger on. Pretty dirty. Big job on with the JCB moving the picnic benches. We've got Rainford Young Farmers coming around tonight, so we're just going to try and like set these benches out in the shed and just put everything in a bit more of an orderly fashion than just dumped in every corner. Including Adam's project tractor. So everything just looks a bit neat and tidier. Thinking of now, log cabin there, take the rest of that bund out because it's taking up 8 metres by 14 metres of space, and then put some of that green mesh fencing, maybe chemical store and the water tank and that other water tank into the space where the bund was, and then the yard won't be dead open and we'll have more room to fill in the sprayer out the way at the end of the weighbridge. When we come in for water, it's always in the way. This is all stuff from when we built the offices 12, 13 years ago. All the footings that we dug out for the drains and car park and different things like that. So it's just all sorts of soil and clay and bricks and stuff. And we even found a fossilised spade that was lost at the time. Just driving across the yard then, nothing in the way. Suddenly I went over a massive bump, heard a big clang, and the pin that must have been left in there, the linchpin must have come out, must have fell out and landed nearly that way up and hit the tyre there. Anyway, it's not damaged the tyre, it's just took the dust off. Lucky it never went through the tyre though. And you won't believe how it didn't half bump the tractor. You won't believe it, would you? There's a mark in the concrete actually where it's stuck in maybe. See the mark on that? Not much of a mark. Adam's project 3650 had a flat tyre, so he's blowing it up because it's leaning over. He's washed his tractors off. and we've made a bit more space by putting everything a bit tidier in the shed. And then we've got the picnic benches for the sunflower maze as well. Is that a new seat that you stood on, Adam?
Yeah, I got new boots though, so it's...
Alright, it's alright. After I bought a pair of cat boots after giving up on Dickie's boots for over the years, now everyone's buying cat boots. So Adam's got some, Sam's got some, Andrew's ordering some, I think James is getting some, but they just seem to outlast Dickie's boots, and they're comfy from the day you put them on. That was not an advert for them, and I'm not getting any free boots, but if they want to send me any free boots, they can send me some free boots. Big job on for James, 8-hour build.
Adam's new tractor.
Adam's new tractor. Sam's new pickup. Turned into a big job this, and it seems to be taking a lot of time, but it's because we've been busy doing other things, and every so often we keep jumping on it and doing a little bit more. But hopefully we'll get it dug out, stoned up tomorrow, and then concreted, ready for the log cabin, and then we'll probably then carry on and make some more room in the yard. Just another quick random question actually. A lot of the videos on YouTube, you'll have like a cover photo, and then you'll have the silhouette of the person who's made the video, likes of me or whoever, on the front of it. I don't know if that works or not, but everyone seems to do it. Does anyone know why? Yesterday's quiz question was a sieve for sieving potatoes. It's really old, and it was a two-person one because it was huge. If you tried to do it on your own, you needed to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. Today's quiz question is a set of Claydon rollers. Got this frame on it and these spouts. Does anyone know what we use them for? It's actually quite difficult because there's a bit of it missing. But if you think you know, leave a comment below.
Look, it's dry at the moment.
Has it got boom suspension?
Yeah, free up a few extra.
With it? Just take it steady. Take these round for the young farmers later, and then we'll get some chips as well. Whoa, steady. Don't be spilling it. No pressure. Surprised he's not washed it yet. If you're coming from Rainford Young Farmers later and you watch this video, have a look if Andrew's washed it later. Lots of people are asking where the header is. Well, it hasn't arrived. It was a wind-up because apparently everyone's been ringing the dealership saying, where's my header? So as a wind-up, I said that mine had arrived just to see what they said. See if Norman got some stick at Morris Caulfield's over it. Anyway, it's not arrived, but it's imminent. Apparently it's been shipped. So that's that. Also, we've got a bit of a different day tomorrow. Might be interesting, might not, you'll see. But that's about all we've got time for today. I've got an outro here from someone that does something to do with Farm Simulator on the internet. But if you're going to send me an outro, don't just send me a photograph. Add the stuff on it. And if you want to say like who you are and who sent it, add that to the corner or something like that maybe as well. Because it takes enough to edit the videos without having to edit just a random photograph. So anyway, I'll see you all tomorrow.